everyone, it's Lighthouse Angel. Welcome, welcome. Happy Friday to you. May this weekend be full of divine magic and miracles, and that you do something fun, rejuvenate, get back to your best self. I went ahead and already pulled the overall energy for the reading that you need. And on this channel, if you're new, I focus on taking you from zero to hero in your own life, giving you the tools and information that you need to grow and expand, get unstuck, and get in line with the best version of yourself. And always, always, always keeping the divine number one. Okay? So let's go ahead and get started. I was called to, after I pulled these cards, now these cards are, I didn't pick these cards, it's what came out. I was called to a book that I have that's full of different scriptures, and I was called to a particular scripture to read to you, okay? And this is what it is. I am leaving you with a gift, peace of mind and heart, and the peace I give is a gift the world cannot give. So don't be troubled or afraid. John 14:27. I am leaving you with a gift, peace of mind and heart, and the peace I give is a gift the world cannot give. So don't be troubled or afraid. Okay? I was really called to that scripture to read to you. So take that how it resonates for you, and also look into it and further research if you feel you need to. Okay? So the first card that came out was this. I stay curious. It says, keeping an open mind can be useful when facing a new experience. It allows us to approach an unfamiliar situation with curiosity or delight instead of uncertainty. When you encounter something new or unfamiliar, think about your typical reaction. How can you shift your perspective to be more open, accepting, or hopeful? What might remind you to approach the situation with curiosity or a sense of wonder? Okay, this is all about being curious about the unfamiliar, okay? And keep an open mind. You may be coming into a new experience that's unfamiliar, that the divine is saying you need to be more open-minded and be more curious. I'm hearing curiosity brings wisdom. Okay? And the next card, it said, the wondrous universe, walk in beauty. Okay, so maybe you're becoming more curious about what the universe can offer you, what God can offer you here, and all that it can, all the beauty and the energy can provide for your life when it comes, I'm just hearing freedom. All right, peace, because I read that scripture, it may provide you a level of peace when you surrender to the universe here, walking in the beauty that it provides. And maybe you're somebody who's just getting curious about this. Okay? And then we have self-love. Let the wall fall that separates me from my own vulnerable inner child. I long to take care of myself like never before. Okay. So maybe you're now being curious about everything, like walking with God, walking with the universe here, focusing on self-love, or that led you to a new level of self-love here. And by doing that, it's allowing you this oneness with the universe, oneness with God, and it's really showing your true beauty here. I feel like I'm also speaking to somebody who it's like it's causing other people to be curious about how you walk in this new energy. Okay? And then it says, swift returns. The effort you put in now comes back to you soon. Strike while you can. Okay? As you walk in this beauty, this energy of self-love, right? I feel like it's creating a curiosity from others. And if that's your story, or you're somebody who's now becoming curious about the path, right? You need to have an open mind, right? And I feel like this energy may bring people back around. This could be people coming back around, or opportunities coming back around that are curious about this. I'm hearing new you, this new energy. Okay. I'm also hearing, this came out in yesterday's reading too, but I'm getting, because the horse has wings here, right? It's almost like you're ready to fly now. I just heard the angel within as well. Okay, so let me clarify this, but I'm really getting that I'm getting this energy of people are curious about, it could be people curious about your transformation, curious about your beauty and this self-love that you now walk in with God and the universe here. And it's causing people, situations, and opportunities to come back around. Okay, I'm getting that as well. Let's see what else. It could have a lot to do with the scripture I read in the beginning, is that they're also curious about this strength, this beauty, and this peace that you now walk in. Okay? This level of truth within yourself. That's what I'm hearing as well. Number 10, disappointment is not the end. There is hope even in the darkest of nights. Okay. This is like, the 10 is an end of a cycle. I feel like this is you. Like, you're this bright light in this dark situation. Right? Never giving up hope here. I'm also getting that some situation or person that was a disappointment, okay, in the past, they may be coming back around. Now, curious about this energy you're in, this beauty you're walking in, and this love that you have for yourself here. Because now you've become this bright light in a dark situation. Or they're now seeing you as this bright light. I'm also getting this disappointment is not the end. So what you thought was a disappointment, that story is not over, which is why there's a return here. And it also could be something that you hoped for, okay? But I feel like it's this vibrant, you carry this, with the yellow here and the yellow in this card, there's yellow. It's like this bright aura that you carry in your beauty and your energy, this self-love that you carry now. Right? It's causing people, situations to be curious, and now they want to come back around. Okay? But I'm really getting like, this is you. You're this bright light in I'm hearing in confusion. That's what I just heard. You're the bright light in confusion. So maybe that's why people are becoming curious about your energy here. Okay. And then at the bottom of the deck, we have number 2. It says, accept what is. The act of acceptance will bring peace. Okay. And I talked about peace in the beginning with that scripture. You know, that God is the one that can bring you the peace that the world cannot. Okay? So I'll leave that out just in case it comes with more importance here. But I feel like you're radiating this peaceful, confident, strong light of truth and authenticity by walking with God in this high vibrational energy of beauty with the universe. And it's causing things to return back in your life, okay? And you may not want them, okay? It could be an opportunity. It could be a person, right? Somebody or something that may have disappointed you in the past. This might be something you hoped for. It could be something this person is hoping or situation they're hoping for. Right? But remember your self-love here, right? That you long to take care of yourself like never before, okay? You're no longer going to accept other people's disappointments. That's what I'm hearing. Okay, so, all right. And maybe, you know, maybe this person, situation, whatever it may be, needs to accept what is, right? And just bring peace to the situation. I'm getting that as well. Let's see. Okay. I'm also getting, you're making someone stay curious about you. I don't know. Take that out. That's what I'm hearing as well. It says, I trust in God, so why should I be afraid? Psalm 56:4. Yeah. This is that beauty that you walk in. This faith, this light, this truth, right? Trusting in God, trusting in your path. And you're not afraid to face the darkness, because you are this bright light here. You know your value, you know your worth. You found yourself through this, I'm hearing, process of self-love here. It might have been through a cycle, I'm hearing a cycle of disappointment from people and situations. Okay? And now you're in this energy of, I'm not afraid because I trust God, right? And you know, maybe this person that or situation or opportunity that is curious or wants to come back around, right? You need to really reflect on if you want to entertain another disappointing situation, or if this is going to disappoint you again, or maybe you just need to accept what was, or just to continue to have this peace, right? Trusting in God that He's leading your path here. If you don't like the road you're walking, start paving another one. Okay. Yeah, I feel like that's what you've been doing here. Maybe you started going one way, right? And realizing maybe that led to disappointment here. So you started walking another one, trusting in God that He's going to support this path here. Okay? And maybe somebody's coming back around to see if the road you didn't like is still open. for opportunity, even though it was a disappointment. That could be. Let's see. Change is scary, but so is staying the same. Okay. Change is scary, but so is staying the same. Okay. So this could be talking about this new path that you're paving. This also could be about this return situation. Something that you put effort in the past is coming back around, right? Remember to put your faith in God and also what you're passionate about, right? And maybe this situation or a person that's coming back around is wanting to put hope back in what was a dark situation, right? Something that disappointed you, or something that I'm hearing broke you. I just heard broke you. Maybe it broke you into this self-love here. And now you're walking in this light and this beauty and this accepting what was, right? Maybe that's what you need to do with this situation when it comes back around. You just need to accept what it was, and it's going to bring peace. So take that how that resonates. Be strong and courageous. Do not be afraid or terrified because of them. For the Lord your God goes with you. He will never leave you or forsake you. Okay. This is about being strong and courageous for change here. Okay? Trusting in God, not being afraid, paving this new path here. Okay? Someone might be curious if the door is still open. Is there, sometimes you're always tested before the breakthrough, right? And so sometimes, they'll come back around and see if is there a chance this opportunity or situation, is the door still open, right? You need to really evaluate the situation, right? Because it's possible that you've changed, right? You're no longer the same person through this self-love experience here. But you need to be strong and courageous. I'm hearing strong and courageous when change presents itself. Okay? Take time to make your soul happy. Yeah, I feel like this new path that you're paving here is making your soul happy. Okay? After a disappointing situation here. That's what I'm really getting. I feel like you also took a time out to do something that makes your soul happy, and while at the same time giving that care and that love to yourself, right? Like never before. Accepting what was of a situation that may have disappointed you here. I'm getting that as well. Lord, may my children see a marriage worth imitating when they look at our marriage. Ephesians 5, 1 through 2. Okay. Now, this could be, if you have children, then this scripture would apply to you here. Maybe somebody returning, could be wanting to invest in you, and they have children. They look at you as, I just heard, they're looking at you as the inspiration of what they want their kids to see. That's what I'm hearing as well. Okay. Let's see. Sometimes you have to stop worrying, wondering, and doubting. Have faith that things will work out. Maybe not how you planned, but just how it's meant to be. Yeah. You know, whatever's meant for you will never pass you by. Okay, that's the mindset you need to be in, because when you're in that mindset, then you don't have to worry or wonder or doubt, right? Faith is the path, right? Trusting in God. There's nothing you need to be afraid of here. And embracing change, paving a new path, even though it may be scary, right? But I feel like I'm speaking to someone where staying the same is no longer an option. Like you're sick of, maybe you're sick of disappointments, or sick of I'm hearing the old way, right? You're ready to make your soul happy here, doing what you love, accepting what is, what happened. No longer worrying or wondering or doubting about your path here. Just putting everything into your faith, knowing that things will work out. Okay, because what's meant to be will not pass you by. Okay, it's part of your destiny. It's part of what God has planned for you, right? So you just need to surrender and allow God to make the moves in your life here. That's what I'm getting. If you want a happy life, tie it to a goal, not to people or things. Yeah. I feel like that's what you've done here. Like you've invested in something that makes your soul happy, right? And it's creating a happy life for yourself. No longer tying it to a goal or to people or things. Okay? And you found, I'm hearing you found a new level of peace by doing that. So if you haven't, invested in what lights up your soul, you need to do that, because that's where your life's purpose is, your mission. And by doing this, by creating this change, being curious about this new path, you're walking in this bright light. You become this light in a dark place, maybe, and being this, I'm hearing beacon of beauty, of self-love, right? Positive energy, because you're no longer worrying or wondering and doubting about the path, because you trust God here. And through this level of acceptance has brought this peace that's also radiating this bright light, right? And I feel like the energy you're in, the light that you bring, the beauty that you have, I'm hearing resurrected, okay, through this self-love process, it's making people curious. People from the past are curious now, right? Tough times never last, but tough people do. I think this was in yesterday's, maybe the day before, which is, I always find that interesting, because I have like 600 of these things for the same ones that come out. It's important. So you may have gone through a tough time of disappointments here, right? And you're now realizing, you know what? I'm no longer tying my happiness to people and things, right? I'm investing into what my soul is finding happiness in, right? Because I feel like you've gone through this, you've become this tough person, right, through your experiences, and now you've surrendered to God, trusting Him that, paving this new path of change, even though it's scary, right? but staying the same is not an option. That's what I'm hearing, not an option. We have the 9 of Cups. Yeah, this is wish fulfillment. This is like by stepping into what's making your soul happy, you're realizing it's your wish here. It's what you're passionate about. It's giving you a happy life here. No longer, it's ending the cycle of disappointment, right? And embracing your beauty within here. And I feel like you're also taking these tough times, right? These tough experiences that gave you a level of wisdom and knowledge, right? And you're turning that into power that's paving your way here. Oh my gosh. We got 2. It's another 9 of Cups. So it's like, so now we have 18 cups. Like this is like complete emotional happiness here. I mean, this is what makes you, whatever you're doing, whatever you're curious about, or whatever new path you're paving here or change you're making, it's making you so happy, right? Because you're no longer having to embrace these tough times. Maybe you were dealing with tough people, disappointing situations, right? And by trusting God, it's bringing in all this wish fulfillment for you here. Okay? We have the King of Swords. Okay. I just got the King of Swords it's all about communication. It's all about speaking truth. Like the sword represents the sword of truth here. You know, I feel like that's what you're doing here, right? Walking in your truth, speaking your truth, getting that clarity, right? And the King of Swords is also a great communicator, very knowledgeable, right? I feel like that could be a new passion that you're entertaining here, that you're finding out it makes you really happy, right? Something that has to do with truth, light, and communication. I mean, it could be, it doesn't have to be, it could be, you could be a coach or a life coach or a spiritual guide here. You could also, maybe you're writing a book or doing a podcast, whatever it is. It's leading to your wish fulfillment here. All your wishes coming true here. You're your own limit. Okay. You're your own limit. This is about not allowing yourself to get in the way of limiting you from your wish fulfillment here. And you get to decide. This is also what I'm getting at. It's like you get to decide your limit here. Okay? Maybe there were no limits in the past. Maybe you got taken advantage of. Maybe that was the disappointing situation here in the past where people were taking advantage of you because you didn't have limits or you didn't have boundaries or you didn't know what your limits were, right? Now you're back in control of your life here, investing in what makes your soul happy. And by doing so, you've become this bright light, walking in beauty, staying curious about your path, open to change here because you no longer want to stay the same or stay in the same situation, right? Not attaching your happiness to people or things, right? Because it created tough times or disappointing situations. Now you're trusting in God, right? Paving a new way here. Maybe you're ready to invest in someone that's going to make your wishes come true here, who walks in truth. I'm getting that as well. This King of Swords may have children. This is where that children comes involved here. Okay. This King of Swords person may be the person coming back around here. Okay. But you know your limits now. I feel like speaking to someone who didn't know their limits in the past, right? Which maybe turned out to be a disappointing situation, right? But it only made you a tougher person here. Okay? And now you're trusting God in His path, and you're not afraid, right? Embarking on this new journey, this new road that you're paving here. Okay. So let's get a couple of miracle mantras and close this up. But keep focusing on self-love, accepting what is, and bringing in, continuing to bring in that level of peace, right? Knowing your limits, right? Because if you don't know your limits, the takers will keep taking. Okay? And I feel that cycle for you is closed, right? Okay. Oops. It says, I surrender, doubt, and trust the divine. Oh, wow. That's, it's just like this. It says, sometimes you have to stop worrying, wondering, and doubting. Have faith that things will work out. Maybe not how you planned, but just how it's meant to be. I surrender, doubt, and trust the divine. Yeah. No more doubting, trusting in God here. Like, I trust in God here. There's two confirmations here. No doubting, just trusting. That's what I'm getting. No doubting, just trusting. I am worthy of love, success, and rest. Okay, so that might have been the limit here that you were taught in this disappointing situation, right? That I feel like you learned it. You learned what your limits are, right? Before it breaks you. Maybe this was trying to make people happy or satisfying others' needs, wants, and desires, right? Now you know your limit, and you're worthy of love, success, and rest, okay? No longer overgiving as well. It says, I am ready for the love I deserve. Yeah. That could be this person coming in that admires you and sees you as the inspiration they want to mirror to their kids. That's what I'm hearing. Okay. I expect good things to happen today. So good things could be happening for you today on this Friday or over the weekend. Okay. And it's at the bottom we have, I radiate warmth, compassion, and joy. Yeah. I feel like this is you. This is this bright light here. I'm really getting called to, this is you. Right? Through this darkness of a situation, you became this bright light, okay? And now that this bright light represents you, which is the warmth, compassion, and joy that you carry here. That's what I'm really getting. Okay? All right, so expect good things to happen. All right, you could receive good news, maybe information about a King of Swords here, or some truth. Okay? Because you're worthy of love and success and most importantly, rest, right? And maybe that's what you learned about this on this self-love journey that you've been on. I feel like it's been a journey, right? Knowing your limits here. All right. I'm going to get you a sunflower, and then I'll let you go for your weekend. Number 20, so that could be significant, or number 2, it says, I evolve with every experience life offers me. Yeah, I feel like you grew through this. I'm speaking to someone who went through a transformation, which is why you're now this bright light. You walk in beauty. You have the star has an aura around it. I feel like you carry a bright aura around you. You may notice that people are constantly looking or staring at you, or you're catching people's eye with curiosity. That's what I'm hearing. Because you embrace everything life has to offer as an experience that you can evolve from, learn from, right? Changing you by being curious and embracing what it can teach you, right? Making that light brighter within you. Okay? That's the message I have for you today. And again, expect good things to happen, okay? I hope it's resonated for you, but if not, check back on Monday. I do daily readings Monday through Friday. And if you are a subscriber to my channel, I'm sending you so much love and gratitude. I really appreciate it. It does mean so much to me with your support on what I'm trying to do here. And I'm sending you so much love and light. Have a great weekend. Take care.